Today we are here. Are we doing a launch on Vortex today, or are we just doing the mixing the funds here?
We're doing. I'm just going to see how it all works. Where's the
Okay.
deck and everything. So just the introduction.
Okay. Cool. So, have we funded any wallets yet? Where are we currently at?
Yeah, yeah. So basically, I couldn't find the place where to fund it. I don't
Okay.
know where it is.
So for let's go ahead and click create new project first.
Okay, so that one.
Yep.
Right, new
And from
coin.
creating a coin. Perfect.
Pump
And then
fund.
pump fund.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So token metadata. What's this anyway?
Huh?
What's the token meter? Oh, okay, that's that. Okay, project. So we'll go to project wallets.
Um. So now these are going to essentially how you're going to be able to fund the wallet. So first thing first, let's click on project wallets. That's
Okay.
we have options really. You can either put in your token metadata first, or you can do your wallets. Either way, you got to do one of those two first. So at this
Right.
point, the question is, what's that?
No, no, it's fine. Yeah. Go
Okay.
ahead.
So the question is, do you want to import wallets right now, or do you want to create wallets?
Show me how to create them.
So you want to go ahead and click on create wallets, the button.
Yeah.
And then it's going to ask you how many wallets do you want to create. In this particular bundler, you can actually bundle up to 100. So theoretically, if you wanted to, you could have like literally 100 holders come in right off the bat, all clean on bubble maps. Which honestly, some people what they do is they use this program to create a lot of amount of holders in the beginning, and
Uh-huh.
then they might use another bundler like meme tools, for example, to use a volume bot. So that way you not only secure the floor with a lot of holders, but then you're coming in with more volume. This is one of the ways you could do so by simply, creating a multiple amount of holders. Now, if you want to do it your way, like the one you had in meme tools, you can simply just create 8 wallets, and then it'll shoot eight. But this has the power to do up to 100, and they all land without bubble maps clean.
Right,
Oh,
understood. But
one other option too. I want to tell you this is very cool about Vortex compared to every other bundler out there in the
mhm.
world. Um, Vortex, the way it works is very interesting because when you deposit your funds, so let's say for example, there's like 10 Sol, right?
Yeah.
Um, you can essentially say, for example, 50 wallets, right? And then after 50 wallets, after the 50 wallets, you can, for example, put 5 Sol. It will automatically smart allocate that 5 Sol to all 50 wallets, and then it would always already, which is this is the best part right here. After it does that, when you do a actual mass snipe, you don't have to set just like the other bundles, like for example, zero point 0.1 to zero point 0.5 or zero point 0.5 to 1. You don't have to give intervals as far as what it should shoot off for because it's already pre-programmed in the system to already send off the allocation minus the transaction fees. So for example, again, if you have like 5 Sol, you could break that down to 60 wallets if you wanted to. It might be small portions, but at least you don't got to do the work putting this minimum to that delete maximum, this minimum to that maximum. It's already smart allocated. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, I understand. So basically it does it automatically.
Huh?
It does it automatically. So you don't have to like say that I want 0.7 Sol on this wallet, 0.6 Sol on this wallet. Is that what you're saying?
Uh, so what? Yeah, right.
Right, okay.
So basically, what I would do right now is, do you want to? How many wallets do you want to come up with this test? Like,
I
how
just
many?
want to do a test to see how it all works first before I do anything. So shall we just do one
So
wallet?
maybe 20 wallets or something like that. You want to try that?
Yeah, yeah, let's try 20. I just want to
Okay,
see how it
perfect.
works.
So let's click 20. When you do 20, it's going to give you this text file. Just save that. I mean, you don't have to save it because it's already going to be in that program, but just know that that has all your PKs in there, okay? Now, that's how you click on export wallet. It'll actually give you that TXT file that's right there. You can just download it if you wanted to.
Okay.
See, that's that. You just right click and save it to your desktop, or just know that it always is going to be in there anyways. But just to have a little peace of mind, you can always save it to your desktop.
Right. Understood. Got it.
Yeah.
So what's this one? Creator.
Um.
Is that the dev?
So the creator is the dev wallet actually.
Oh.
So
Okay.
basically, what we want to do is here. Excuse me, is let's go back to project because now we theoretically have 20 wallets. We now need to essentially be able to fund them. But before we do that, we can actually just create the metadata in the first place. So let's go back to project.
So it's back to projects. Yeah.
And then let's go to token metadata. That's the first button on the left. That's the very first button. Up. Yeah, click on up. There you go.
Oh, take metadata. Yeah.
Yep, there you go. So click on that. And then you want to go to your name. It's name, symbol, description, pretty much then.
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah. I'm just going to write down test. So if I do that, The test is done, and you can see it there. And then the symbol. And then description. I'm just doing a test just to understand. Right, test is done. Twitter, I'm telling you, understood the website, and then image. For example, do that. Metadata uploaded. Okay, all right. So that's how it works.
Right. So now, you already uploaded the name test, symbol test, description, perfect.
Yeah.
I think the image. Okay, image is already set as well. Perfect. So now we can go back to project. Oh, wait. Actually, click on deploy. Go back to token meta. My bad.
Yeah.
You were supposed. My bad. Let's go to deploy meta. You make sure to always click that before. That basically is like the okay, like confirm button. Okay. So now let's go back to project again.
Okay, so we're going to project. Okay.
All right. So now what we can do is actually fund these wallets. So let's go back into. Let's go scroll up a little bit. Scroll up for me. It's interesting because Telegram works in a way where like the main menu sits above a lot of the configurations on the bottom, so you might have to scroll up, just to your functionality. But yeah, go to the what's it called? Soul dispenser.
Soul dispenser. Okay.
Yeah. So also, I'm gonna give you a little trick that this thing has that I don't believe Meme Tools has, but it's a little trick on how to use this tool if you wanted to do this tool only, which means that once your bundles come in, it will basically look for a particular amount, a percentage to exit all the wallets out. So let's say if a wallet comes in and it brings your percentage to 4% profit, it'll automatically sell all the wallets for you automatically, which means it's just a way for you to kind of snipe snipers or kill snipers basically.
Okay.
So I'm gonna show you how to do this and how it works, because theoretically in this particular bundler, there's not a situation where you can set up like how you can in the other ones where like fit delays. Like you want 8 groups to come in here, 8 groups to come in there. This one just comes in all at once. But the good news is you don't have to allocate shit. Everything's clean, so it's just a different way of bundling, basically. But anyway,
right.
What we're gonna do now is we're gonna do a hard dispense. So click on hard dispense.
Hard dispense.
What this is basically what I was telling you about that actual amount that you're going to split into. So let's say if you got 5 soul, 3 soul, whatever it is going to allocate that into 20 wallets. So whatever you're going to be funding these 20 wallets with, you put it in there now, and it'll tell you basically from there how much of that split will be.
Right. Okay. Got it. So if I do like, for example, let's say 2, just an example.
Okay, so then it's saying that out of 20 wallets, it's going to average amount per wallet would be about 0.1. So it suggests, this is what it was suggested, because it's going to basically allocate all these wallets at the same time. It's saying to you to do 0.05 to 0.10. So you might as well copy that example, just that until after the colon, which says example colon, just copy that and then paste it into the thing. So it's going to take 0.05 to 1.
Yeah.
to 0.15 and then split that across 20 wallets.
Oh, okay. So it calculates everything for you, basically.
Yep, absolutely. So now go ahead and type in 0.05 and then dash 0.150.
Dash 1.50. Yeah.
All right. So now please send exactly to six. Please send exactly two souls. So first thing first, before you send any soul, I want to show you. Scroll up a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, you see where it says private key there, address. So this information is a temporary wallet. Like I said, this is the address you're gonna send the soul to. So, in case anything where like the mixer doesn't decide to work for some reason or it's just slow and you're like, what's going on? You always have the private key right there to where you sent the actual Solana. That's just to keep you updated, so you have full control.
Right. Okay. Okay. Cool.
So now you go down and basically send two soul directly to that wallet there, which you already have the PK for, and then it'll automatically do the mixing for you. Not only will it do the mixing for you, but it also will auto allocate those amounts so that way the buys for that particular account, like for example, the one that's at wallet 20, that's at 0.05, I'm sure will shoot off for 0.04, 0.03 when it does its actual shooting because it's going to leave 0.01 or 0.02 for transaction fees automatically.
Right. Okay. So as soon as that sends it, it says here we'll do it automatically. I don't have to do anything after.
Yeah, so yeah, you send them two soul to that particular wallet, which you also have the private key for as well. And then after that, give it about like 15 seconds. It'll then give you a confirmation that the money's been sent to all the wallets, and then you can actually start the bundling from that point on.
Right. Okay. So where's the dev account? The dev wallet.
So right now, this is funding. If I'm not mistaken, 20 wallets. Go back. Let's look. Well, if we can cancel this real quick. Cancel. I believe it made 21 wallets. So go to back. And then go to back to your projects.
So it's your project.
Go to test, the first one that we did.
Okay. Yeah.
And then let's go to project wallets. This is how you basically figure out your archive and organize yourself. But go to project wallets again. Top right corner.
Oh, it's there.
And then from there you have go scroll down where it says, do you see the arrows to the left or right? Those two arrows above, it says 1 of 3 right there. Yes, so it's only showing you. Yeah, go to the second one. It's the second page.
Oh.
That's 19. Another one. That's 20. So there's 20 wallets. So theoretically, go back again.
Yeah.
So what it's doing is the creator wallet is the 21st wallet, because theoretically you can see W1 all the way to W20, I believe. So,
right.
So if you go back to projects.
Yeah.
And you go to soul disperser, sorry.
Yeah, this one, yeah.
So you see where it says hard dispense again? Click on hard dispense. After it'll give you another private key by the way. Yeah, boom. So scroll down a little bit. After you just you fund your actual you see where it says fund dev right there above it? It says project that says fund dev. Right above it there. You see it says mixer, easy dispenser. There it says fund dev, up. There you go.
Well, fund dev.
That right there. So when you're in the hard dispense portion, you can click on that. Click on fund dev, and then go all the way down to where it says, hey, how much soul would you like to fund the dev? It's asking you.
How much would you enter the amount?
Do a test. You could just put 0.25 or 0.5. It's up to you.
Do that just to test.
All right, and then so now it's asking you to send exactly that amount to the dev, right there, and then it's telling you your dev wallet, literally right there, your private key above it too. So you always have your private key, and you always have the dev information. So this is how you fund the dev, and then the other way is how you fund the actual other wallets.
Right. Okay. So that's how you do it.
Yeah.
Okay. So once I do that, how do I launch it? Just to.
So once you fund them, I can show you how to launch it, because it won't allow me to walk you through the other parts until you fund those wallets.
Oh, right. Okay. But if you can show me, then I'll just do it later on.
Sure.
So
when you go home again, I'll get you back to where you were. So if you ever get lost in the sauce of this thing, just hit start or home. Hit start again. Menu start.
Menu, and then menu start.
Oh, hit cancel. My bad. That's why. Cancel.
Oh, okay, you
Yeah.
have to cancel it.
Yeah. Cancel that. If you hit menu start again,
We'll start. Let me cancel it again. Maybe it's not.
yeah, I should be able to cancel that. Hold on. What the Vortex?
If I oh, oh
There we go.
okay.
So go to your projects.
So
It looks like they just updated the bot too. Go back down. That's why it was probably taking a little time. Go back up. It's telling you welcome to available pub of results pleasure. Bundle 24 hours up to 24 hours CTO. That might be new. So that's cool. All right, scroll up. That's CTO stuff. We're not gonna talk about CTO stuff. So CTO basically is where you're not gonna deploy the coin yourself. You're gonna jump into somebody else's project. So that's something else we can do later. But this is like your own project. So click on your project again,
okay, so it's your projects, yeah.
and then new.
Uh, this
New at the
one.
very top. Nope.
Oh,
The
okay.
very top. Yeah, that's the one that you were working on. That's also the one that has the 20 wallets as well. So do you want to fund the creator first, or do you want to fund the actual other wallets?
Um, I just want to understand how it all works before I find anything. Um,
Okay.
okay.
So
So what is this wallet warm up? What's that?
wallet warm up is when you essentially take your actual bundle wallets, the 20 wallets that you have there, for example,
Mm-hmm.
and what you do with it is you simply buy a small token with it, and then it buys basically from all the wallets a small token, a random token. It's doing that so it can show history within SoulScan. And so, with that being said, I wouldn't. I mean, honestly, you can simply warm up your wallets by just launching your own projects. You know what I'm saying? That's the one way to do it because you're just simply going to waste transaction fees if you just warm up the wallets. This is only really needed if you are, let's say, if you're planning a launch that with a celebrity maybe, and you want to warm them up. So that, I don't know. There's so many different ways you could do it. These days, no one really warms them up because they're already warmed up by the time you're doing your own projects.
Right. Okay. What about this swap
Swap
manager?
manager. This is where you're going to be able to buy and sell, do all things manually. Click on it real quick. So
Yeah.
once you actually launch the project, this is where you're going to end up basically. So this basically has scroll back up. Yeah. So this basically has the green and the red like sell Solana amounts, right? Throughout everything. It's got, like you can basically sell each wallet. You can click on W4 if it has Sol on it, or W5. You can hit
Mm-hmm.
sell. You can sell percentage amount. This is basically how you have control of all your wallets. You also can sell all here. So by just clicking on scrolling down a little bit.
Oh, is this where you sell the wallets? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So you can see it says sell plus all, or sell all no dev, or 100%, 50%. This is basically allowing you to do all your sell points or selling all right there. Okay.
Right. So
Now let
what's
me go
this?
back.
What's C?
That's your creator. C is a creator, dev.
Is the dev, isn't it? Okay.
Yeah.
And then you put wallet
And then you
one,
have
wallet.
W1, and then you can go to page 1 through 3, because like I said, you have 20 wallets. So these 20 wallets wouldn't basically fill up those 3 pages.
Right.
You, you,
Okay.
you click on that arrow. Yeah, there you go. So you can see the other wallets.
Right. Okay. Well, what happened then? Okay. The buy and so if these are funded, what would this be? What are we?
If it wasn't funded.
It's let's say for example these are funded. What's this buy and sell is?
So basically, if you want to buy more, so for example, if you want to buy more from that specific wallet and that wallet had more Solana in it, you can literally buy manually from each wallet. Like, you click on buy, it'll go to buy mode, and then you would be able to select whatever wallet from the top. Like those reds will become green instead of red because you're in sell mode, so that's why they're red. So if they're green, they all become green and they become buy mode. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Okay. So if
Yeah.
I click on that now, I just want to see what it looks like.
It'll say starting by operation, but since you have no Solana in the wallets, it'll just you can hit okay, but it won't do nothing. It won't change to green or anything. It's because there's no Solana in there.
Okay. And this is like when you time sell all plus the dev. So I
You can
guess this is
sell. Yep.
everything.
You can sell all your wallets, or you could be able to basically sell all plus death.
Right. Okay. Okay. What else is there? Just a tip amount. What tip amount should we?
What's that?
The tip amount. What's the best?
The tip amount. So the tip amount is auto tipped at the moment. So that's why it has a check on auto
Okay.
tip right now. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Um.
But let me show you something though. Go back
Yeah.
to your projects
So your
and go
projects.
back to
Yeah.
the test one. So let
Yeah.
me show you. This is how you basically set up your settings before, if you want, either before or after, doesn't matter. But before you launch, basically, to
Yeah.
automatically sell out on these wallets. So what you could do is do this thing called auto TP, auto take profit. So click on auto TP. So what this does is you can set it up for 4%. Set basically you could set, or this is the way you would do it. You would literally have set market cap. And so what happens is you can set the percentage at 100 and turn it on, which means that once the particular market cap got to, let's say you knew that this 20 wallets will get you to, I don't know, 8,000 market cap. As soon as it gets to 10,000, it'll sell out 100% no matter what, even if you're not even looking.
Oh, it does it automatically. It's like the stop loss thing, isn't it? What they do normally.
It's not a stop loss. What it's doing is telling all the wallets once it gets to, let's say, for example, 10,000 market cap, then
Yeah.
sell, for example, 100% automatically.
All right. Okay. So how do I set that?
So,
Like for example,
so if you click on set market cap,
set market
and
cap.
then
Yeah.
you would type in like 100K or 5K or 10,000 or
Oh,
6,000 or 8, 9,000, whatever you want to do.
okay. Why is there several though? Is that per wallet or is that?
So what that is actually no. Well, you could do per wallet by doing custom TP, but this is actually for the entirety of all the wallets. Now, the reason why there's multiple is because you can theoretically do, for example, 20% at 10,000, another 20,000 goes on market cap, then do another 10%. You can just set up parameters, so you're farming the charts basically.
Right. Okay. All right. And so what I normally do, I'll click on that and then type in 100K for
Yeah, for
example.
this test purposes, you could just do 100 and then maybe do like, because you're only gonna come in with like 6 or 7 soul or something like that. So, with that being said, it should probably be like 8,000 market cap. I think like 8,000. You won't. You want
So
to
is it
kill out this.
please enter the target market cap. So if I do, so let's say 8,000, will it be like that or will it be 8K?
Yeah, you could do either or. You could do 8,000 or 8K. It'll take either or. All right, cool. So once you do that, scroll up.
Yeah.
All right, so I don't think it took. So click on set market cap again. Click on that set market cap
So set market cap.
and do 8,000.
1, 2, 3.
Enter.
Enter.
All right, you see it's got check mark, and once it's checked, it lets you know that it worked. So scroll up. It should say 8,000 there. Yep, it does. Scroll up again. Right there.
Oh, okay.
So now hit set percentage. Click on set.
Yeah.
Now you can do 100.
Okay, got it.
Enter. And now scroll up, and I believe you should turn it on now. I don't think it's all. Yeah, it's all off. So click on on.
Yeah.
There you go. Now it's on. So now all the wallets at 8,000 market cap will automatically take themselves out. So if you basically come in with 20 wallets, and some people snipe this up to like 11K, it'll automatically sell all the wallets, basically.
All right. Okay, that's good.
Yeah. So now you can hit back. Now, just before you hit back, hit custom TP. I want to show you something real quick. Custom TP will allow you to actually do this individually for every wallet. So let's say if you only wanted to make changes for W2, or or creator, doesn't matter what it is. Click on one of them.
Okay, let's do that one.
And then now you can do the same exact thing but per wallet. And
Oh,
you can
okay.
theoretically set all this up before your launches. So if you got a big launch and you want to set up like 30 wallets to have different TPs, and you don't gotta really think about the sales; they just happen organically because you've already programmed them. Then that's what happens here in this portion. It takes some time, but if you got a lot of liquidity or exit liquidity, then you might as well.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's quite useful. So what I'll do is just set that one on, and that means that we'll do it for all the wallets. So
Yes, sir. Well, this is specifically custom TP, so it's doing it for individual. You go back,
yeah,
to what you were at, then go back one more time.
yeah,
So this is going to do all the wallets, but if you do custom TP, it'll do per wallet.
right. Okay,
Yeah. So go to back to project.
back to project.
So
Yeah.
this is basically called smart. This is called auto sell, but let me show you smart sell real quick.
Okay.
Click on smart sell. So what this is allows you to essentially do even more farming. Now, let me say, like, for example, if your dev came in for like 3 soul or 2 soul, for example. No, let's fuck that. Let's say if the first wallet came in for 3 soul, and then the others came in like, what this could do is you can set it up so once let's say a person came in for like, for example, half a soul, it'll automatically sell from just that wallet like 50% of half a soul, which means that whoever's coming in on top of you is going to be automatically in the negative, because that first wallet is literally trying to suck out the liquidity of all the wallets coming in above. That's what smart selling is. So it's just continuing to take note while the market is live of wallets that are not in your chambers, that are not quote unquote whitelisted, right? And the wallets that are not whitelisted essentially soul sell to convert to Solana in percentages. And so the way you would work it is, for example, you click on whitelist wallets, and then you can say, please send wallet address. So you literally would send the wallet you want to whitelist, which means in this case, you could theoretically go into and this is advanced, by the way, but I just want to show you. You could theoretically go into your private keys of all your bundle wallets and export them, put them back into this section here, which make them all whitelisted. And that would essentially allow you to set a sell percentage on the buy. So if a buy, let's say, was 1 soul, you can automatically set the sell percentage of those whitelisted wallets to be 10, 20, 30%. It's just a different way of thinking. Rather than thinking about of a market cap being the actual, call to action to your actual, infrastructure, it's now per buy.
Right. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. A little bit more advanced, but like I said, most people don't do this until like they got their hands more dirty on everything else. So
Yeah.
So I'm ready to load these wallets up when you are, and do a launch if you want to.
Yeah, I just want to get used to it first. I just want to see.
No worries.
Auto TP. Okay, what's this one? Get CA.
The get CA is essentially to get your vanity token. Get your vanity pump address. Now, the way that can be helpful to you theoretically is if you had a team. You could theoretically right now pull the CA, like click on get CA. Okay. It'll give you the CA address right there. It is right there. Your contract address is boom. So if you want it, you're in a group right now, you could literally give them the CA, your inner circle, before it's even live, so that when they live, they could either snipe the coin on top of your wallets, or they could just get in early. They don't have to look for it on the chart, so to speak. And you have the more of a honestly, you have more of an option to put things out on Twitter, such as your XCOM. Make sure that CA is there. If you have a website, or if you have a Telegram or Discord, whatever it may be, the CA is conveniently at your disposal, so you don't got to worry about grabbing that in the amongst of selling your wallets.
Right. Okay. Whitelist and timed out. Okay, so I'm gonna click on there and go to home, isn't it? Spam launch. What's that?
Spam launch is where you essentially would take for example, you would take a launch of, let's say, any launch, your launch. Let's take your launch, right? Your metadata that you put in there, even though it's test. The reason why you would use it is it would literally use one particular wallet, and it would literally buy and sell from the dev wallet immediately, and it would do it consistently. The reason for this is because people who are literally looking at the migration to early migration to graduation, those charts on all these different like Axiom, Neo Bundler, Pump Fund, whatever. They're seeing these coins pop up and just the ones that are created, and so if they see it spammed over and over and over and over, even though it doesn't have volume, it gets you clicking to see what the fuck is this. So when the one that comes with a lot of volume, it's like, oh, I've seen this for the last 10 minutes being spammed. This is the real one,
Right. Okay.
The problem with that is it's like you almost have to understand that it's like almost paying like DEX. You don't know if you're going to get your initial investment back until, you pass your migration point and you're selling your wallet. So in this case, it's like paying DEX. You can put $300 in a wallet. It could literally spam for like, 10, 15 minutes maybe, but like you're just going to waste the money, and that doesn't guarantee that you're going to get these buys. When you do add the real volume to it, it's just putting organic eyes onto a project without having to do too much. You know what I'm
saying? Right, I see. Okay, so what's the bomb bot?
I really would never use that, by the way. Spam. I like. There's more ways of doing shit these days. People will spam launch if they're like got a big clientele. Like if it's a stream launch and you got a person that's about to stream, like you want people to be like, oh, this guy's coming, and maybe but I wouldn't do it for like a non-stream.
Right. Okay. Let me just see if there's any. Let me see if I've got any. Okay, so when you create one, right? How do you delete it? How do you delete this, for example?
So once the projects are there, so let's go back to, for example, test.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, it's there.
1 second. Let me get this call. My son's calling me. 1 second.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
I'll give you 1 second, brother. I'm gonna let my kid in, and I'll be right back.
Yeah, that's fine. Take your time. It's fine. The project, you just delete.
Oh, right. Yes. So if you do want to delete the project, you would just exactly that. You would need to go individually into each project, and then just simply click on delete project.
Right. Okay. Okay. Smart cell. What's that? Did you figure that one? Oh yeah, we did that one. Yeah. Launch and snipe. Has this got a sniper? You can snipe.
So basically, there's 3 different options here that I would definitely recommend using when in the process of doing the project. I wouldn't use launch plus snipe. The reason why is because what launch plus snipe will do is it will launch the project, right? But then at the same time, it will kill the dev wallet. The dev wallet will then it'll await for you to snipe in to the project. Now, there's no like protocol in this particular bot that essentially is allowing. When it's saying snipe, it's saying plus snipe, meaning like you're gonna do it manually. So you're just launching, really. I would recommend just to do launch bundle snipe. Launch bundle snipe essentially is basically the exact same thing that name tools and all the other ones are doing. It's getting the wallets purchased after block 0, whereas launch with bundle will literally go as close as block 0 as possible, if not block 0, and it will show up heavily bundled. Even though the wallets will be clean, they will show up on the radar on Axiom as like 80% bundled. So I would recommend launch bundle snipe.
Okay, so you're saying that when you select that, it launches the dev, and then it snipes your dev. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, it launched the devs and it snipes with all the wallets that you have. Whereas the launch with bundle will try to buy everything in the same block with the dev, which it doesn't work. These days don't work because everyone can tell that it's bundle. That's why these days it's more about mass sniping more than mass bundling. Even though people use the word bundling, but theoretically they're mass sniping.
Right. Okay. If let's say for example, if I did that launch bundle snipe and it snipes on my dev, which is fine, is it possible for other snipers to come in and
Is
snipe
it
the same?
possible? Yeah, it is possible for other snipers to come in. I think honestly, that is kind of the point, to be honest with you. Because in the perfect world, everybody wants like all their wallets to land first, and then it wants people to buy on top of them. But in reality, what always happens is you get like these wallets that come in like maybe after the fourth or fifth wallet. Now, the thing about it is, it's all about your sale, like your sales, really. So let's say if one wallet comes in after the fourth one, right? But
Yeah,
then but it came in for one soul, and then you're buying off the charts. If you have your sale limiter set up appropriately, they'll auto exit out to the point where that wallet will either fully be down like 30-40% because of the ways that your sales are kind of auto TPing out, right? Or it'll just basically buy so heavily that it'll cause all the wallets to sell because you have a certain, for example, the 8,000 auto sell point that we'd set up, for example, right? So if you
yeah,
have these sale points intact, then it's the point of bringing them in. But if you don't, then yes, it's a sniper's game. The goal sniper's game will be to leverage as much as they can and take like 10-15% from you and leave. But the whole point from them and you is to play like chess. When you come in with your bundles, you have to set up these auto TPs to kind of come not only to leave, but also it paints an organic chart too. If you have all come on green, it's going to be one big ass green candle. But if you come in with 20 wallets and let's say 7 of them auto TP to 100% out after the first 2 seconds because you had them set for like 4,000 or 5,000 auto sell, then you're also causing those other potential wallets that come in between the third and fourth wallet to stay in there because now they're negative. You see what I'm saying? It's all a game of like mathematical like equations at the end of the day.
yeah. Can they snipe your other wallets as well? Like,
Anything outside of block 0 can be
hmm,
sniped because it's literally fair game. Like I said, that's the point. Like for example, when I do a lot of different projects, I did one actually yesterday with this guy that CEO of Coinway.
yeah.
And if you want to check it out, it's on my YouTube. I literally just
Oh yeah, I've
uploaded
seen that. The coin wave, yeah, that was good.
yeah. So you saw when he did his first launch on that, and then
Yeah,
basically like a hella fucking wolf buys came in.
yeah, I saw
That's what I
that.
was talking about. He came in with one wallet. He had 3 other wallets come in. 2 sniped him before those 2 wallets came in, but it was still like milliseconds, if not seconds. And then the other ones came in, but the wallets that sniped them stayed because those other wallets coming in thinking that it was us, but it wasn't. So it's like
Hmm.
you can't understand the market's the market. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he went in and said, "Oh shit, let me go ahead and sell and make profit." But in reality, those wallets came in and sniped him before those other 2 came in. But that's the point. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
it's kind of like catch-22.
yeah, yeah. I understand. There's no way of
Also,
avoiding
look at
like,
this leverage too. When you buy on top of other people, regardless of you being on top of them, that's still more
hmm.
leverage in your pocket because that's you taking more out of their pocket when you sell altogether, regardless.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, there's no way of avoiding snipers, is there? When you launch a
Yeah,
project.
there is launch with bundle. That's what that button's for. But then everyone knows who essentially is sniping that don't buy this because it's more controlled. It's old school way of used to be how we used to launch back in the day in like 2024 when everything was free and people were making like 100K every 2 weeks because they were just literally doing zero bundles and then just dropping them like after 5 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Um,
So yeah, so
it
so
works
when
with
you win,
celebrities. You can bundle a fucking coin, and as long as the celebrity puts it on his tweet, he shows up. He says I'm real. And boom, people will buy that shit bundled. But that's the only reason why they would do that is because it's endorsed by the actual person at that point.
right? Okay. So when you like, for example, I set it up 20 wallets. So if I launch the 20 wallet, those 20 wallets, they can't snipe those. Is that what you're saying?
You said 20 wallets. You can't snipe them.
Yeah, yeah. So you know, I set it up 20 wallets here. So if I launch the dev, obviously the dev it can be sniped. Those 20
Yeah.
wallets I will bundle and send over, and they sniped out those 20 wallets. That makes sense.
Right. So if you have 20 wallets and they snipe the 20 wallets, you're immediately going to be in profit. The thing is, you want to sell before they sell, right? So that's why we set it up for like 8,000, but you can set up for even lower. But I know a guy named Posh. She does day to day teaching. He's in Russia, I believe. But yeah, he's a cool guy. He's based, and he does this like every other day in his Discord, and specifically in Vortex. And what he does, just to give you a little sauce, really just be honest with you, is he sets them all
Yeah.
up for 4%. 4%. Like you can even literally go to his videos online, and you can see, even though he blurs a lot of shit out, it'll literally say on the Telegram, four wallets executed 4%. So he's coming in with like maybe like 5 to 6 wallets, and then but like 7 soul, right? And then having more leverage, right? To be able to take away zero point 0.5, zero point 0.6 rather than 20 wallets coming in with 0.5, 0.05. Because what you're theoretically doing right now
Hmm.
is really just holders, which is cool because then like, hey, if I have like 3 soul set aside for or 2 soul set aside for holders, that's still leverage, yes. But if you came in with, like, for example, this bundler, and then you mix it in with, say, for example, meme tools, and came in with harder buys with your meme tools to the volume, then you'll have even more, you know, first of all, more volume, more transactions, more holders means more FOMO into the contract. So you can leverage it out like chess. But at first, you kind of have to understand how this works because this is the first and only app that I know of that allocates smart for you, and you don't got to set like the minimum and maximums per wallet, so to speak.
Yeah, yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just go back to see if there's any like, get all souls.
Yeah.
So what's this then? This is get all souls.
So get all soul is going to allow you to essentially at the end of the contract. Well, first of all, once you sell, right,
Hmm.
from the wallets, these wallets will have soul left in them. Depending on how the contract went, they could even have more of abundant amount of soul. So this will allow you to grab all the soul from all the wallets and put it to a specific wallet.
Oh right,
And then
okay.
and then
So if
it's the wallet manager. You can hit sell all tokens, and this will allow you to just simply sell all the tokens, even if you have tokens that are not of that particular project.
right, okay. So let's say for example, if I launched a project and I want to sell all, is that where I go?
So I would go to the actual manager because you're going to be in a completely different actual menu. So, for example, if you're doing this, you're in your project, you're in the test bar. It would take
Yeah.
you like 4 different steps back to get to that just to go sell all. It doesn't make sense to do that. That's only there for if you're literally outside of the contract and you just want to sell other particular wallets. Maybe you did like a warm up wallet mode. There's like this random coin sitting there. Who knows? But if you're in your projects again, click on your projects.
Which one?
No, the first icon with the folder.
Uh, was
It says your projects.
oh your project? Sorry, yeah,
Yeah. Then the first one says test.
yeah,
Perfect. Click on that. Perfect. So once you are in here, then you can actually go to your swap manager. See that says swap manager below the soul dispenser.
uh, oh yeah,
So you're already going to be in this menu. So it makes sense just to be boom here and hit sell all, sell plus, or just be able to have individuals. Rather than go back, then go to settings and then go to sell. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. You could do that, but I'm just saying it doesn't make sense because you have more control right here inside the project
oh I see
internally.
what I mean. Yeah, I understand. It does just does
It's literally a
everything.
swap manager.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me just see if there's any claim. No, that's nothing, is it? Claim rewards, I guess.
Well, no, I mean it's something. The thing about it is like let's say you've launched. I was actually with a person the other day, right, and they had shown me an instance where I'll give you a very very interesting story. a project launched, which you could do these all the time. By the way, I'm gonna start getting the trenches starting as early as tomorrow, the next day, and do these live launches in my Discord probably using some of these tools. But basically, he found projects that had low volume to them. They actually had a potential, but they never went to radium, or I mean pump swap. And so he would take them, he would clone them, and then he would essentially create an XCOM for them, and then add better volume for it. So you would see, for example, the project might have had like only went to 6K, and he would bring like 20, bring them to like 20K, 25K, and then in this particular case, it actually sent pretty far to the point where that particular wallet creator fees earned him $30,000 for that month. So that creator fees is very something, because you never know what shit you might send out that people might just fucking love. And you're like, whoa, that's weird. Like, I didn't fucking even care about this shit at all, but people fucking loved it. A community organically built around it, and then you're the one that's actually going to be getting the creator fees for that the first, the whole entire time period it's live. And that happens. Like, if you do like 30 launches a week, one of them might just send organically, and you're just sitting there on creator fees for like 3, 4, 5K.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's very normal. That's what spam launching is about. Is not really attaching yourself fully, like invested to the project like that. You're trying to like pick up like 1, 2, 3 souls. Extracting from the market consistently. That's like literally people printing 9 to 10 soul, 20 soul a day because they're just extraction. It really depends on what you want to do. I mean, I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I just think in my fair case study, if you don't have a team that you're working with, then you might as well mass deploy. It doesn't make sense to like sit there with like 30 wallets with so much liquidity and with a website if you don't have anybody that you can like call it out to, and they're not like giving you the moral push on Twitter or whatever it may be. Just you'll sit there forever, and you could have been made like 3-5 soul by then. So.
Yeah, because I've been using meme tools, and there's not many people that buy the coins. Is that because of the marketing?
So, meme tools it's right. Like, yeah, I mean, like, two things could be definitely the marketing. Like, I feel like personally, to be honest with you, just to be completely frank, being a person that's seen the transition of everything from like honestly CLI type bots, which is like kind of like DOS, to going into fucking GUI, like meme tools. I feel like the main fucking issue. Yeah. I had to take this realization myself the other day, because I was like, yo, should I even continue when it comes to specifically this particular type of bundler? So this is the issue. A lot of guys that buy these bundlers were onboarded with standalone bundlers. The Dogwood tools, the meme tools, the penguin tools, like these bundlers that are essentially requiring you to download them and place them on your computer. The issue with this is that because you're dealing with so many different moving parts, the code itself, you're dealing with the RPC node if it's working as fast as possible, if it's close to Solana. You're dealing with the dedicated server. Is it working appropriately? Is it allowing your bot to even function accordingly? You're working with so many different metrics that 9 times out of 10 users will get errors before they even witness profit, and then they're trying to figure out why this, why that, basically touching the engine, not really realizing there's snipers out there fully scoped up, just shooting consistently, right? And so what I had to open my eyes and get the realization was that the way that people were doing it efficiently, to be completely honest with you, transparent, were things such as the Vortexes, things such as the Kinesises, the web-based bundlers that allowed the users to completely disregard all type of errors and focus all on maneuvering into their skill tactic. Like, imagine having a basketball and not having to worry that if when you bounced it, the floor is going to be off center, not flat enough, or the ball won't be, hey, the spot's dead, I can't bounce here well. Like, this is what you're doing when you're bundling, you're literally
Yeah.
now able to just grab the basketball and bounce it. Even if you suck at basketball, you can still bounce it and figure it out, and that's the problem. So when it comes to the Kinesis, the Vortexes, the pros and cons of this is it now allows the users to fully be their like full potential like market manipulator, but the downside is you unfortunately entrust that team with your temporarily with your funds until you're able to export this out safely, because all these bundlers that are doing this temporarily hold your PKs, and that's just the real deal about them. Whether it be Kinesis, whether it be Vortex, they all are on a server specifically. That's how it works. Everyone's trusting the server, so that way they're saying, "I don't want to deal with the fucking code," you know. You deal with that, and I want to have a better user experience. And so they said, okay, and that's the pros and cons. It's kind of like, I don't want to go and get into it, but it's kind of like how a lot of people. That's a whole other conversation. I'm on YouTube, so I was about to talk about some whole other shit. Well, that's for Rumble.com later.
Right. Let me see. Right. This. Okay. That's Discord.
But yeah, so basically, that's what you would do: launch bundle snipe. You have access to pretty much all that stuff that I give you the F1 and 411 on. I don't think you have anything in that particular menu that we haven't really covered. But if you have any questions, you can let me know on that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna see. I think that's it. That's everything. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna get kind of like used to it because it's not like meme tunes where it's quite easier. So I just
No worries. Yeah, take your time with it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to do a launch right now, it's totally cool. I just wanted to kind of walk you through everything so you could have a full understanding. And just know, because like when I was using this at first, for example, when I sent money to the funder of the wallet, I kind of was like kind of nervous at first when I start using this at the very beginning, because I was like, oh shit, I don't see the disbursement of the wallet. And then the team, which is BH, was very helpful, but he was like, yeah, if you just look in the app, it literally tells you the private keys right there. So, oh, wow, it's right there. I didn't even notice that. So just know that every time it tells you a specific wallet to send it to, it also will give you the PKs of that particular wallet, so you could just literally grab it and have access to it in case, something doesn't track right or whatever.
Yeah. Right. Just one more thing.
Yeah.
How do you delete the private keys if I want to change them?
You could simply just delete the private keys. You could either delete the project or delete those wallets and create new wallets or import the wallets in. Either way.
Oh, so let's say, for example, if I delete this, is all my private keys deleted?
Oh, yeah. Yep. All the private keys in that particular project will be deleted. Correct.
Right. Okay. But as long as I write them down, then I can still access the funds.
Correct. Absolutely. And that's another thing, too. So, me personally, right? And I was actually thinking about this last night. So I currently am working with, at the moment, Frog with Tools, Kinesis, and I also work with Vortex. Now, the reason why I have all of these three in my hands is for different reasons, to give you a full play-by-play before we go here. The Frog with Tools essentially is a serverless bundler, so it allows me to take all those wallets and simply have like a library. It doesn't delete any wallets. I could deactivate wallets so I don't see them, but I can always bring them back. So I have like basically a plethora of wallets, and you never know, something might get like creator fees down the road. That you put a project for, and it's like later, like 5 or 5 months later, millions of dollars. You're like, oh shit, I got the creator fees for that shit. You never know. And so I use Frog with Tools for that. Also, it used to be really good for me for automations too. I do use it directly for automations, but for me personally, just to be completely honest, some of the cell automations on it doesn't kind of trips up for me, and it could be theoretically my RPC node. That's what I was telling you about, certain specifics that you get into when you are dealing with like a standalone bundler. So what I do is I use specifically Frog with Tools just for like almost like a library, but also it's also backup like a sell all. So if I wanted to, I can like go into a project and sell all in case, like for example, Vortex is like fucking up or something. I want to panic. I have literally a whole machine with the wallets already there to sell all if need be. But there is that's what that's for. Now, Kinesis and Vortex are literally like the ones that are literally live in the market. So what I do is I usually launch with Vortex and I launch with that mass snipe, and I do it with like probably like 40 to 50 wallets, but like I spread it out like stupid low, like one soul, like one, and I don't, because I don't really give a fuck about like what's happening. I'm really creating a shitload of holders, because what's going to happen in a second is I go into to Kinesis, right? And then I shoot the volume in, like the actual like 8 groups. The thing about
Yeah.
Kinesis is it's a fucking deadly manual control beast. Like you'll never have an instance where, at least I have never had an instance, and I know I'm the team have an instance where, since it's a web-based bundler, when you hit sell, like you, as soon as you hit that fucking like that here 5% or the 10%, you literally look at the charts. It literally is like instant. You know what I'm saying? Like, so with some of these other bundlers, when you see shit going in, you hit sell. By the time you hit sell, maybe it might take 1 to 3 seconds, but someone else could have been left out by that time, you know. And so
Yeah.
I, with Kinesis, you can it's been, and the reason why is because they're dealing with a fucking deadly ass node. It's like a node probably costs like $30,000 a month, but they're bringing in so much money that they can have the whole team, everybody in the whole resources is making so much money off of his fees. Like he could support that shit, you know. But
Yeah.
his node is crazy, and so that comes in, and then what happens is the ones that I came in with, since I literally spread it out so thin, literally my margin is like nothing, because literally like those wallets bring me, even if I sell them with no profit, it's like point two. On a
Mm.
spread of one soul just for holders. I'm just literally creating holders with no attachments, and then really coming in with real volume, and then selling all the volume literally in Kinesis, and then I have an auto TP on those other wallets. So when it does get to 7, 9,000, 12,000, whatever it may be, they go anyways. You know what I'm saying? So they work
Yeah.
serendipity. Well, meanwhile, Fraud with Tools is just there to organize, wallets, libraries, things of that nature.
Right. Okay. What's the best bundler you used in your opinion?
Well, like I said, they all have different. If I had to use one, only one, or
Yeah.
if I had to use one, only one, I probably would go with fucking probably Kinesis, because honestly, the team, which is the one person slash, and the
Mm.
community is so fucking active. Like literally, these guys talking right now. It's like literally, it's one of the fucking most lit communities, and they're in the VC a lot. They stopped going to the VC because guys like me start recording. Start recording the launches and shit, and started posting on YouTube. They're like, "Fuck it, you didn't tell us that you recorded more." And I was like, "Fuck it," the whole point is to get the sauce and bring it to the people.
Yeah.
But yeah, they'll be up in there with sometimes. When as soon as I jump in there, they'll be like, "Ah, well, we're out of here." But yeah, like, so it's good to have a community that you can see them every day printing, like literally. And to know that the guy who's behind it is super base. He's actually like consistently updating bubble maps. If I had to go with a second one, it would be Vortex, because Vortex has had their shit together honestly forever, honestly. And again, I'm gonna say this transparently: they're the only ones that I know still this day that's had a situational leak, and the owner, which is BH, paid back 150 to 200 soul out of his own pocket so he can continue their community to keep going, and they have been doing this fine ever since. So
Oh, that's really
that's
good.
something to take note of.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's something to take note of. Like people won't. Bad news happens and good news gets put in the can. But as long as I keep preaching it, like they're the only ones I know still this day that's had a leak, and then they had to fucking fix the leak, and then they fixed it. And that's why there's still people to this day. I'm still getting paid fucking commission on fucking Vortex, and I don't even use this on as only before to launch, not to actually do like mad volume on it. So like
Mm.
when my launches come back and my P&Ls come back, it's all from literally technically Kinesis, because that's where the volume of sales are happening. You know?
Yeah. Okay, I've got one more question.
Yeah.
Every time you create a project, does that mean you have to create the wallets again?
Well, but you could honestly, it's better for you to create the projects today or to sooner than later, and then wait, you know, a couple of days, maybe 3 4 days, and then launch. That shows up way better on like for FOMO, because the wallets are there's like literally snipers that are looking for wallets or old wallets that have old projects. They're thinking that they're more legit than the ones that just created. So that's definitely a organic like strategy that a lot of people do use all the time. 100%.
Right. Okay. All
For
right.
sure.
That's all my questions now. Anyway, so
Oh yeah.
thank you very much. I'm gonna try and get used to this and see how it
Do your
is.
thing, brother. Do your thing. I don't know if you have any questions whatsoever. Just let me know. Let me know. All right.
Yeah, definitely. And thank you very much. I mean, I wouldn't. I mean,
My
when I bought
pleasure,
it, I don't know what I would do without you. Something, you know.
man. I appreciate your time, and I thank you so much for taking time with me. I love doing this shit, bro.
Hmm.
So if eventually I might even make a fucking coin on just teaching this shit. Like, but like, who knows how that shit would go.
Yeah.
I like creating other coins that are in the metas, but to fucking sit there and stream for like 9 hours doing this shit, I don't know about that. But yeah,
Yeah. Cool. Cool. All right. All right. Thank you very much. What I would do, I would book
no
another meeting,
worries.
and then we just take it from there.
Okay, sounds like a plan. I'll send you over my calendar.
Cool. Excellent. All right. Thank you very much. All right. Take care.
God bless you, brother. In Jesus' name,
Okay.
brother.
Bye.
Peace.